Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I wanted to show you a project that I've been working on. I've made quite a few of them now, but I just wanted to show you and do one with you as well. So we have 4 little pockets here that's made out of music paper, and the little tags can be used for journaling or use them on gifts or just because they're so darn pretty. This is also a really great gift idea to make these and hand them out to friends. You can make them much larger or smaller if you want to, but I just thought I'd make one with you today. Okay, so a friend of mine had given me a whole bunch of music paper, and there are so many projects that I want to do with all the paper that I don't know where to begin, but I thought this was a really good place to start, since I can make many of them and I can start putting them in my journals right away. Okay, so some people use glue. I am not patient enough for that, so I use hot glue. Okay, so this is how I did it. I just brought the two edges together and I lined them up on the bottom, just make them even. Fold it all the way up. Okay, and then I take my scissors and I just make different sizes if you want to, or you can just cut it like 3 times, but I'm just gonna cut it, I don't know, make little pockets like this big. Okay, and this dead space is just fine. I'm gonna cut it like between the bars because I want there to be like even spaced decoration, detail at the top. And I cut one more. I think I'm gonna cut it right here. Okay, so now we're going to glue this part shut. Just a little strip of hot glue down the edge. I do it on the side with the dead space. Okay, press that down. See how we're creating little pockets here? You can seal the bottoms as well if you want to, but this way you can add as large a pockets or tags that you want and they will fit in there. So you don't have to always use tiny tags, you know what I mean? Oops, I got a little sloppy, but that's okay because it's going on the back. Just as long as we didn't glue it together. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, there we go. So, see, we have 4 pieces there. Now I'm gonna take my 1-inch paper punch. You can, if you don't have a paper punch, you can just find something like trace the bottom of a bottle, or, just use your imagination. Oh my goodness, there we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to clip a little tab out to see, people can see that there's a pocket there, and it just gives it a little bit more detail. Can you hear my heat kicking on? It's supposed to be spring here where I live, but no, it had to blizzard again. It's super heavy snow. I have no idea how many inches we got, but I know the town neighboring to me was out of power last night and into this morning. So we're pretty thankful to have our power on. The kids were not thankful that it wasn't 2 hours late, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm just inking the edges. It just gives it a little bit more of an aged look, and I think it just kind of frames it, finishes it off. I like using this brown color. What color is this? Walnut Stain Distress ink. Yeah, so it's snowy, but you know what? This is Minnesota and it could be all melted again. This isn't so uncommon though, because we've had snow days, like blizzards on Mother's Day weekend. I think it was last year that there was still ice out on the lake over Memorial Weekend. It's got to warm up eventually. Okay, so you see that we have these all inked up now. Now we're just going to layer them. Oops, I missed one. I got too carried away chitter chattering. Okay. Now they're all inked. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put this one in the back, and I'm gonna do this one, no, maybe I'll do this one. And kind of, you know, take note of what the lyrics are and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you can fold in a very strange word and you don't really know what the context is, and you know what I mean? Okay, so I think I'm gonna layer it just like this, okay? So this is how we're gonna do it. We're going to just line the bottom with hot glue. I'm gonna go all the way across here. Okay. One. Let's kind of line it up where we want it here. So we're gonna go up to the bottom of this bar here. We're getting there. This one. That's nice. Do you think so? I think so. Okay, so just below this line, we're gonna glue. Very, very nice. Okay, so this is kind of open on this edge. When I adhere it to something, I will go around it again and just plop it on there. If you wanted to make this a gift for someone, you could certainly put a solid piece back here, because if you're going to gift it, this stuff back here is probably going to snag on stuff. So just do a line all the way around and put a piece of solid paper, not all over because you still want your pockets, and then just go around and gently trim off the sides just to give it protection and a little bit more sturdiness. Okay, so now we are going to put in some tags. I have some pre-made tags here. See, now this is what I was making when I was going crazy with the book, with doing book stuff. Okay, and then I have little scraps of this stuff. What do you call this? Jute card or something? Something like that. All right. And I like to put a little knot in it. Just cause. Okay, and I'm just gonna staple it to the top. Kind of pinch it in a little bit. And I've been looking all over the world for a mini stapler, and I found one at our local flea market. No, not a flea market. Antique store. And yep, $3. And it came with staples and everything. All right, so there we go. We have a tag. I like to put like small cards in these packs, and I give them away as gifts just because, you know, give away nice cards, and they have nice cards to give away too. Just stick a little something. They don't have to be decorated like this. They can just be like plain, you know, look like this and stuck in there. Let's do it. Should we put a plain one right here? I don't see why not. Of course, I would have stapled it the correct way. This is just for demonstration. All right. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and you can also decorate it. This is an altered paper clip. I could clip that on there. Or I could take one of these little flower doohickeys that I got at the Dollar Tree. I could hear one of those. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? I don't like it like that. I like it like this. These are all Stampin' Up! Stamps. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Lady, you just let me know. I got a gal. I know a gal. Just a little bit of hot glue on there. Not too much because you don't want it bubbling up from the bottom. Let's put it on like this. Okay, I'll let that dry and pick off those little strings. But isn't that cute? I love it. All right, so how are we gonna use this? Now that we've made it, how are we gonna use it? I'm gonna stick it in this journal that I've been making, but you can make one of those and stick it in your cookbook and tuck Granny's recipes in there. Okay, so I've been working on these pages here and there. Just as I got time, I spent the whole morning cleaning my house and I said I'm gonna clean till noon and then I'm gonna do something I enjoy before I gotta go pick up the kids from school. Okay, so anyway, I would like to put this, I'm gonna use this shorter one though, I think. Or is this the same size? No, that's significantly taller. I'm gonna use this one. You know what? I think I'm gonna put this on the back page. The back page, I always have a hard time with that and I tend to put a lot of pockets back there. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because you don't typically write on the back page, I suppose. Okay, so I'm gonna adhere this to this page. I'm gonna take all this stuff off first. I gotta reload my glue gun here because this is about the time for it to give out on me. Okay, so I'm going to just glue on the outside. Trying not to burn myself. I have burned myself many, 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 many times. I betcha I could even find a few scars from hot glue gun burns. And all my clothes have hot glue on them. All right, center it down. Attach it, get the edges, oops, excuse me, goodness sakes. And then rip the page, darn it. That's okay, that's an easy fix. We are going to put, let's see, let's decorate it a little bit with some washi tape. Oh, this is cute. Little butterfly tape. Which one was it? This one? We're gonna run that right down the bottom. But I'm gonna reinforce that a little bit because it's not necessarily the best stickiness. Okay, we're gonna fix this side too. Just thin. There. Like nothing even happened. It's a happy accident. Because look at the color that it adds. And some more of these tags. This is turning out to be very beautiful. And one for the top, because we love when things poke out the tops of our journals, don't we? Get in there, little buddy. Okay. Let's put a little bit more washi up here. Just for a little reinforcement. This is very thin paper. I might have to reconsider my options when I'm using the rest of the book. It's all trial and error, right? That's how we learn. It is really pretty, isn't it? I love it. All right, let's see. Put this guy back down here. Get in there, little guy. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please join me again next time. Bye.